The courtyard was surrounded on all four sides. While the rain was still fierce, the winds had almost no effect. Fortunately, the ceiling jutted out a bit, so even the rain wasn't so bad. How convenient.
よし、はしごを立てかけてみるか。気をつけろよ。怪我すんなよ。
Oh.
Rudolph and Battler carried the special ladder, which was designed for work on high places. Two umbrellas followed the pair. Shannon and Cannon were holding umbrellas and sheltering them from the rain.
俺たちは濡れても平気だぞ。ひさしの下に戻ってな。郷田さん、膝の調子は悪くてもはしごクレイは抑えられるだろ。
はいはいはい。ヒアルロン酸さえ十分ならはしごもスルスルなのですが、いや本当に申し訳ない。
Yoda clambered forward to replace Shannon and Cannon. As she watched this, Kirie giggled.
親父、金槌。
おう、マトラ。お前、アスレチックは。
アスレチックより日曜大工頑張るかっこいい親。
こいつ。やれやれ。たまには息子の前でいいとこ見せてみるか。マトラ、郷田さん、はしごしっかり押さえててくれよ。あと、ちゃんと上を見てろよ。俺が手を滑らせて、この金槌を落っことしちまうかもしれねえからな。
安心しろよ。キャッチして親父の頭をかち割ってやるぜ。
After putting the hammer they'd gotten to smash the window in his pocket and cracking his knuckles, Rudolph started climbing.
ルドルフ様、大丈夫でしょうか。
大丈夫よ。あの人アクション映画向きだし、それにスポーツだって得意なんだから。
得意のスケートがはしご登りにどう役立つか聞かせてほしいぜ。俺はイナバウアー、常に大ピンチっとくら。
なんだかんだ死なないから大丈夫よ。それより鎧戸が降りてなくて幸運だったわ。お父様の書斎では夜鎧戸を下ろす習慣はないの？
いいお部屋に入ることが許されている時には朝と夜に開け閉めをいたします。
ただここしばらくは不要とのことでしたので開けっぱなしになっていたと思います。
なるほど。お父様はお怒りになるわよね。お休み中に息子が窓を割って入ってきたら。
それはおそらく
窓を割らずに済むといいわね。
God damn, Kirie fucking grilling him. Both Shannon and Cannon knew that Kinzo no longer existed in this world. Natsui had ordered them to interfere as much as possible. But now that it had come to this, there was nothing the two of them could do. They had tried to interfere by pretending they didn't know about a ladder that could reach up to the third floor window, but because of Goda's showing off, that ladder had been found. Rudolph carefully climbed the ladder. He would reach the third floor window very soon. As he did this, Shannon and Cannon stared at him, looking uneasy. After this, what will happen next? To the two of them, to Madam, to the Master. Very soon, Rudolph will reach the window.
この部屋の結界ももはやこれまでか。
城壁を乗り越えようと兵がよじ登ってく。まさに落城は目前というところ。私にいつでも消え去る覚悟はできておるぞ。
そうはいかぬ。泥をすすってでも生き延びてもらわねばならぬで。後のことは考える。今はここを逃れよ。
とはいえどうしたものか。廊下には未だエヴァたちが陣取り、窓に扉にも窓にも退路はないぞ。
Oh shit, they still got people out in the hallway. Alright. I was thinking that everyone had gone out to the courtyard, in which case I was just gonna say, oh, well, what if, somehow, some way, someone opened the door, and then, Rudolph comes in, he's like, oh, the door's open, he must have left.
ならばベッドの下に隠れ潜むもあ。
私には玉座にて待ち受けることさえ許されぬ。
そなたの人生ならば、しかし 今のそなたは亡霊は亡霊らしく、ベッドの下かクローゼットに潜むと相場が決まっておる。
その程度のことで奴らの目を欺けるのか。やれや
大丈夫、私がついてるわ。最後の瞬間には私があんたを脱出させる。
れ、危険だぞ。悪魔とて半魔法の毒素に焼かれればただでは済むまい。
大丈夫よ。それに私そのくらいヤバくないとドキドキしないのよ。
頼もしい。分かった。私はベッドの下に隠れよう。
お嬢様ルドルフがもうじきまだ。
が気が変わった。わらわがここを守る。そなたはロノウェと身を隠せ。
なんですって。話が違います。ここはガープに任せ、お嬢様は非難されることになっていたはずです。
Though Ronove should have been used to her fickleness, this surprised him for the first time in a long while. Beato may have been a powerful queen, but she was also an important piece that mustn't be exposed to danger. Though she was strong, running to the front lines without any plan would not be a praiseworthy move.
何の気まぐれ？ただの気まぐれだ。そなたに任せて紅茶をすすってられるほど早速暴れてみたくなっただけだ。わかったわ。あなたのゲームだもの。あなたの好きにするといいわ。
Interesting.
私は消した第一の番の死体が暴かれることがないようすまぬな。そなたの見せ場を奪って。
よろしいのですか、お嬢様。
わらわは目立つのが三度の飯より好きであることはそなたも知っておろうが、ガープの出番も食ってしまっただけだ。気にするでない。
Ronove and Gop both fell silent. The two of them had already noticed. Lady Berncastle, who used Furuta Erika as a piece, was a terrifying opponent. This fight would probably be terrifying as well. Beato couldn't expose Gop, her friend, to this danger. Beato bluffed and said that wasn't the case. But Ronove and Gop had already figured it out. Therefore, after confirming Beato's resolve one last time and seeing that she was completely firm in her decision, they nodded in silence and accepted it.
わかったわ。この場はあなたに任す。応援してるわ。気をつけて。わらわの活躍を存分に見守るがよかろう。
おそらくベルンカステル卿は金蔵の不在を密室議論からカンパしてくるでしょう。密室での戦いは本来ガープの方が得意とします。クイーンは広い場所で戦ってこその支配者です。楽な戦いにはなりませんぞ。
百も承知。わらわは今その夏日の危機をガープに任せて高みの見物ではわらわの筋も通らぬわ。
かしこまりました、ご夫。
気をつけて。完全に密室にされたら私たちも助けに入れないのよ。ちょいと鼻であしらい、やばくなったら金蔵をひっつかんで逃げ出すだけだ。簡単なもん。扉に窓に過去に未来にいくらでも逃げ出す場所はあるわ。密室になどさせるものか。姿はなくともすぐ近くで応援してるわ。頑張って。
Okay. Interesting. Gop and Ronove became a swarm of gold butterflies and disappeared, and Ginza melted into the darkness beneath the bed. Then Beato also became a swarm of gold butterflies and melted away inside the study. After that, all figures and signs of life had disappeared from the study, and it once more regained its silence as though no one had been there from the beginning. Then, Rudolph's outline slipped into view from beyond the window's curtain.
親父いるなら返事をしてくれ親父
As he yelled, he hit the window. His foothold was so uncertain that just hitting the window felt life-threatening. But of course, this was Rudolph, the show-off. Deciding that he couldn't do anything stupid with so many people watching from below, he suppressed the fear from being so high up, and boldly knocked on the window.
じいさまめ、聞こえてねえのか。
どうでしょう。金槌を落とさないでくれると嬉しいのですが。
何秒経った？
窓を叩いてから今30秒経ち。
やっぱり割るのですか？その親方様が大層お怒りに。
Yeah, I don't think that anyone cares about how Kinzo's gonna feel right now. Even if he were alive, I doubt anyone would give a shit. Oh, he'll be mad. It'll be really rude. Like, guys, I get it. Your whole job is to like protect the secret. I get it. But at some point, you got to realize that constant denial is gonna kind of make it worse. You know, you kind of gotta make that realization. That's like, okay, if I keep denying it, they're only gonna get more suspicious. If you just kind of go along with it and you're like, what the hell? Where'd he go? Oh no, what? Then you got at least something more to go off of instead of just being like, yo, once they discover the room's empty, they're like, that's weird, because NATSUHI and these servants here were constantly like, oh, don't go in there, don't go in there, don't go in there. Well, it's kind of strange that we go in there and there's nothing here. I wonder why they would be so against us going in there. Whereas if you just roll with it, and like, yeah, let's go in there, and then you open the door and like, oh no, where'd he go? It looks a lot better than just constantly being like, I don't think you should, guys, I don't think we should do this. It's rude. All right, Kinzo will just be so mad. All right, like he's gonna be really upset. Okay, like he's like the head of the household, and like to do this to him, that'd be like really uncool. Like. Guys, I need you to use your brains.
その怒りを受けるのは自分の役目と豪語してくださる方がいるから大丈夫よ。ルドルフさん、十分よ。やって。
おう、親父め。割った後で文句言うんじゃねえぜ。
He hit it several times, and eventually a fist-sized hole opened up in the glass. Because of his unstable footing, this took a lot of effort. Using the end of the hammer skillfully, he brushed aside the now fractured bits of glass and opened the hole further. Stuck his hand through and unlocked the window. Then, after a hard struggle, Rudolph somehow managed to open the window, and his body slipped through into the study. After that, he flopped onto the floor, using his entire body to enjoy the relief of having a ground under him.
親父、ルドルフだ。返事をしてくれ。
It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Kinzo's study was a small villa he had created inside the mansion. A study, a library, a place to sleep, and a bathroom and washroom. It was divided into multiple rooms. That's right. With all this at your fingertips, it wouldn't be hard to spend your days in the study without leaving at all. The bed was empty. There were marks on it that made it seem as though someone had slipped out, but there was no one in sight.
忍者映画だとよく布団がまだ暖かい。遠くには行ってないはずだ。
Rudolph tried placing his hand on the bed, but he couldn't feel any heat at all. Not only was there no heat, it felt completely ice cold. And the bed wasn't the only thing that was ice cold. The air inside the room, and even the presence about it, that's the right word for it, even that felt ice cold. To Rudolph, it felt as though Kinzo had slipped out of this room a long time ago.
しかし、清掃は行き届いてるぜ。生活の痕跡はある。
Wrinkles in the bed. The slight angle of the chair. Here and there were many marks that would doubtlessly have been cleaned or fixed up if someone had come in to make beds.
親父が寝床を抜け出したのは、デタラメに見積もって数時間以上前ってことなのか。
That'd be the same general time period as the brutal murder case. Guess we can't be sure Kinzo's absence and the crime are completely unrelated. For the time being, he leaned out the window and told Kirie and the others in the courtyard to come back up, as he was going to unlock the door. Then, he pushed the button on the study desk and released the door's auto lock. There was a heavy clunking sound, and NATSUHI and the rest dashed in immediately.
親父じゃなくて悪いな。開けたのは俺だ。
金蔵さんはいらっしゃいました。
いいや、ベッドを抜け出した後はあったが、いつ頃抜け出したのかもはっきりし。
最後に会ったのは昨夜の11時頃。それ以降に書斎を抜け出してどこかへ行ってしまったということなのかしら。
それはでもお父様は唐突に夢で啓示を受けたと言い出して深夜に起き出してお屋敷の中を歩き回る。そうですよね、南條先生。
確かにそういうこともありました。
I love the growl, like, oh, fuck, don't pass this on to me, man.
とにかくその気まぐれなあ熊沢さん。
They just keep passing it off. Right, Nanjo? Oh, yeah, of course. Right, Kumasawa?
そうですわね。
Watch her be like, right, Shannon?
何かおかしな夢でも見てよくあることでございますとも。
じゃあ抜け出してどこにお父さんひょっとして事件に巻き込まれた可能性も高い。
ほらね、お父様の安否を確かめるべきだったでしょ。この部屋にいないとは限り、ひょっとすると犯人に縛られてクローゼットの中に閉じ込められているということもあるかもしれない。
ですね。探しましょう。
当主様の大切な書斎です。
Nazi, for God's sake, stop. Stop. Please. For the love of God. You have like a somewhat decent thing set up about like, oh, he must have slipped out at some point. But now they're like, let's check to make sure his body isn't anywhere in the study. No, we can't defile the study. Why not? He's not here. Nazi, please, I love you, but stop. Just stop. Think. Use that amazing brain you have. I know you have it. Stop and think.
みだりに物に触れないように。
They clearly have reason, though. They clearly have reason. They want to try to deduce what happened to Kinzo. They have reason. You... Come on, Nazi.
ああ、そうだ。犯人さんに申し上げておきます。
When Nazi heard this said right in front of her, her heart froze. But Etika had only just happened to be standing right in front of her when Nazi said it. She had directed her words to the room at large. She hadn't been speaking to Nazi in particular. Nazi turned her back on Etika, trying to prevent her faltering expression from being noticed.
私、記憶力は写真並みです。何かの証拠を隠蔽しようとして現場を改ざんすればすぐにわかります。こんなところでボロを出して私を失望させないでください。フーダニットが犯人のボロや出現で特定できるミステリーなんて三流だと思いません？
Oh my God, I hate you.
何を言っているのか分かりかねますが。お父様、いらっしゃいません。お返事をしてください。
Nazi started walking around and calling out in a loud voice, refusing to let Etika say any more. There was a knock. Kitty and the others who had gone down to the courtyard had returned.
やっぱりお父様はいない？
どっかに踏んじばられて閉じ込められて、それを探すところだ。
よくこんなところにいつまでも閉じこもっていられるもんだぜ。
諦めよう、姉さん。
Yeah.
もうなるようにしかならない。
Kano knows what's up. He's like, yeah, we just gotta stop. We just gotta stop.
奥様はどうなさるつもりかしら。
I don't know, but I'm worried about what she plans to do next, because if her fucking reaction so far is anything to go off of, it's not gonna turn out well.
自分でついてきた嘘のつけさ。
Yeah. Yeah.
運命は神様に委ねましょう。
Many people clambered around Kinzo's vast study, looking here and there. Inside the closet, and in the bathtub, even in the refrigerator and under the study desk. They looked everywhere, almost as though they were it in a game of hide and seek. However, not only were they unable to spot Kinzo, they couldn't even find a single suspicious mark.
当主様がお留守もう十分です。これ以上当主様の大切な書斎を荒らさないように。
Nazi, stop.
そうですよ、そう親方様は勝手に物を動かされるのを何より嫌いますからね。
お父様の姿はどこ？ やっぱり事件に巻き込まれたのか
Yes,
しら。
yes, okay. She's thinking that maybe he got caught up in the crime, right? Right? Yeah, that's what she's thinking. So everyone stop acting suspicious, for fuck's sake.
そうと決めつけるわけにもいきませ
Natsu,
んが。
what the fuck are you doing? He might have gotten caught up with the crime. Okay, we don't know for sure about that. Why? She's giving you an out essentially to be like, yeah, you're right. He must have gotten caught up in the crime for sure, definitely. And you're just gonna be like, well, I mean, let's not jump to conclusions. All right? It's like, what the fuck do you want, Natsu? What the fuck are you looking for? What are you doing? Natsu averted her gaze once more.
大丈夫だ、夏日。
まさに背水の陣という万一書斎に踏み込まれた時にはどこかへ散歩にでも行っている。しかし
殺人が起こり大勢が殺された屋敷内をのんびり真夜中の散歩としゃれ込んでいた。では誰も納得はするまい。私ならばむしろ本当にやりかねん。
こらこら金蔵、おとなしくベッドの下に隠れておれ。大丈夫だ、落ち着くがよい。いるものをいるとは断じれようが、いないものをいないとは断じれぬ。すなわち人間の世界はいようといまいといることのできる世界なのだ。そのいることのできる影こそが我ら魔女の悪魔の世界。
悪魔の証明ですね。
だから悪魔の力がそなたを絶対に守るぞ。
お父様と夫の名誉が守れるなら私はこの身を悪魔に捧げようとも構いません。
良い覚悟だ。案ずるな。絶対に金蔵
Yeah,
は
for
殺
God's
させぬ。
sakes, don't be anxious. At that time, a dry sound suddenly rang out twice. Etika clapped her hands, seeking everyone's attention. Though such an action should have been above a guest's place. For some reason, it already felt like a natural right of hers. Of course it did. After all, she was the detective.
これでもう十分と。この書斎に後宮金蔵さんの姿はあります。
ああ、隠れられるば親父の姿はない。
そして不審なものも何も見つけられなかったわ。
ええ、何も見つけられませんでした。
Etika said it again. They hadn't been able to discover anything.
ならこの部屋にいつまでもこれほどの大勢で書斎を物色したなど当主様が知られたらどれほどお怒りになられることか。エヴァさん、あなたは責任を取られる覚悟があるとおっしゃいましたね。生涯絶縁されるくらいの覚悟は終わりなのでしょう
Natsu,
ね。
whoa, Jesus Christ, you're taking it way too far. Way too far. Jesus Christ, my God. Are you prepared for him to completely fucking disown you and crush you in for the rest of your life? Like, you're being way too extra with it. You're being way too extra with it. You're being mad suspicious. Like, God damn it. What is wrong with you, Nazi? Please, stop. I can't take it.
それを決めていいのはあんたが決めることじゃないわよ。
お静かに。
Oh my God.
状況を整理したいと思います。
I'd like to fucking lay my fist into your jaw, ma'am.
昨夜の23時に最後にこの部屋で金蔵さんにお会いになられたのはそれをどなたか証明できますか？
証明？
ええ、そうです。だって夏日さんが本当に昨夜の23時にここを訪れたかどうかは金蔵さんが昨夜確かに夏日さんがやってその肝心の金蔵さんがおられませんので。
アリバイはミステリーの基本ってわけ。
ええ、そう、アリバイは大事です。どうせ推理の役にはほとんど立たないのですが、その辺の重箱をつつかないといけないとお作法で決まってます。
昨夜の殺人のアリバイ探しなんてやってもないくせに本当に気まぐれなやつだぜ。
あ、ご安心。もちろん第一の晩の殺人についてもみっちりとアリバイについて 全員に確認させていただきますので、こうご期待を。それでどなたか夏日さんが23時にここを訪れたことを証明はできなければ、夏日さんが最終目撃者であることから疑わなければなりませんが。
私が信用できないというの？
いえいえ、むしろ逆です。あなたには犯人であってほしくないんです。だってすっごくつまらないじゃないですか。一番怪しい人物が本当に犯人だったなんて。三流ミステリーの極みです。
夏日さんが怪しい。
Nanjo. Like, I get it. He's on Natsuhi's team, so of course he's gonna be like, what? Natsuhi's not suspicious. You guys are crazy. But Nanjo, read the fucking room. Yeah, she's mad fucking suspicious.
待ってくれ。どうしてそういう論法になるんだね。
No, don't ask her to fucking to clarify. Don't ask her to fucking give reasons. Because then that's just gonna make everyone else be like, oh yeah, fuck, do it. Damn, she is really fucking suspicious.
そうですとも、奥様が怪しいなど出現にも程があります。
静かに。南條先生、ありがとう。エリカさん、それだけの無礼な発言をなさるに足る根拠は終わりな。
Of course she does. Of course she does. Why would you ask her to explain?
すっごいシンプルで嫌なんですけどね。テレビドラマレベルの根拠で恐縮ですが、それでもよければ
聞かせてもらおうじゃねえか。
When Baylor glared at her, a cold expression rose to Attica's face for an instant. But it was only for an instant. After smiling peacefully and gazing around at everyone, she started to talk. She looked like the main character in a play, who had come out onto the stage bathed in a spotlight.
今朝の話です。殺人が起こって大騒ぎになった時のことを思い出してください。事件のことを金蔵さんに伝えたいけれど、いくら電話しても出てくれない。その時のことです。
とにかく連絡が取れんのはまずい。下手したらお父さん、事件が起こってることさえ知らんのやで。
さあ、どうでしょう。
Keenly noticing that people were starting to doubt, yeah, I can't remember those words.
最後にお父様に会ったのいつ？
私です。昨夜バトラ君が黄金を見つけたと騒ぎになる直前までお父様の書斎で一日の報告をしておりました。
昨夜の23時頃ですね。
それが何だというのですか。バカバカしい。
多分キリエさんも狙ってそうですね。振ったとはどういう意味でしょうか。
ひょっとすると誰か引っかかるかと思って。
そうですね、ありがとう。実はあの発言はあなたがなさらなければ。
最後に親方、そんなにも意味があるというんですか。
はい、状況的に考えて最後に会ったのは誰という質問に対し、夏日さんが私ですと即答するのはとても不自然なんです。
奥様は包み隠さず真実を。
静かに。それがどう不自然だというのですか。
どうしてあなたは23時以降金蔵さんが誰とも会わないと確信できるのですか。
I see. She was too confident in her response. How would she know that she was the last person? How do you know that Kraus didn't go in there? How do you know that Kinzo didn't leave the study and go for a walk? You know, maybe bump into someone there. How do you know one of the servants didn't happen to go in there and deliver some food? Yeah. She was way too confident in her response. She's like, it was me. It was me. I was the last one in there. At around 11 o'clock last night. It was me. Yeah. Way too confident in her response. Like, how do you know between, that moment and to whenever he left the study that he didn't have, or even after he may have left the study, who he might have interacted with? Unless there's some sus going on.
それはお休みになられたのを見届けたからです。
Creepy. Natsuhi, that's creepy. Very creepy. But also, how do you know? How do you know that this morning, before any of the bodies were discovered, none of the servants were contacted? Obviously, you know, no one's spoken up, so we don't know that for sure. But,
普通に考えれば、その後朝までお休みになられ、誰とも会われないだろうと考えるのは自然なこと。
状況的に考えて、最終目撃者は何かの関与を疑われかねませんでした。
True.
普通の人間なら、夏日さんと同じ立場だった時は。
Also true. Also true. It's like, okay, so she's got an explanation for being the last person, but like, considering all the suspicious things going on, the last thing you want to be is like, yep, I was the last person who saw him. And then they're like, oh, really? You were, huh?
23時に会いましたとは言いませんですね、キリエさん。
ええ、そうよ。普通の人間だったなら23時に会ったのは、しかし私が最後に会った人間かどうかは分かりません。
Exactly. She was too confident in her answer. She would have been like, she would have been like, well, I saw him at, 11 o'clock last night. I'm pretty sure, like, at least she would be like, I think I was the last person, but obviously I can't be sure. But she was so confident, like, I was the last person. It was me.
になるわ。
グッと最終目撃者だと名乗ることは、自分が目撃した後に誰も目撃できないと確信できる理由をご存知でない限り、三流ミステリーですと最終目撃者は大抵犯人自分が殺したのだからその後には誰とも会えるわけがないと、こういう論法で進むわけですが。
そんなのちょっとした言葉のいい、そんなに目くじらを立てて取り立てるほど。
Nah, not a time like this, Kumasawa. You're trying to like, do a little like, it's not that important, right? Guys, it's not that important. It is that important, though.
そうだ。そんなのは揚げ足取りだ。そんな言葉尻だけで夏日さんを疑うのはちょっと早とちりなんじゃないかね。
With mysteries, slip of the tongues, those are everything. A little slip up in the way they talk, a little slip up in what they say. Nah. That shit can crack a case right there.
それに誰も目撃できないと、それももちろんあるでは。奥様は親方さん常識的に考えて翌朝まで誰とも会わないだろうと考えるのは。
いいえ、それが全然。何しろ夏日さん、南條先生、これもどうぞ思い出してください。
Yep, the fact that he would sometimes, have a dream and go for a walk.
最後に会ったのは夏日ね、昨夜の10、それ以降に。
それでも唐突に夢で。そうですよね、南條先生。
とにかくその。
Yep, right, Kumasawa. Oh ho ho, that's true.
よくあることでございますと。
Yeah.
ああ、じい様が深夜に突然証言してるな。
グッとバトラさん、なかなかの気。つまり夏日さんをはじめとした後ろ宮本家の方々は、金蔵さんが深夜に気まぐれに起き出して徘徊する可能性があり得ることをよくご存知でした。そしてそれはよくあることだと認識されていました。
おかしいじゃない。お父様がよく夜中に徘徊すること、朝まで寝床を絶対に抜け出さないなんて確信できるわけがないわ。
Yep.
ねえ。
確かに三流ミステリーだな。よくラストの5分でと聞くと探偵が答えそうなシチュエーションだ。
ですよね。だからげんなりしてます。これで本当に夏日さんが犯人だったらお茶の間ミス。だから私、夏日さんの疑いを真っ先に晴らしたいんです。このミステリーが三流じゃないってことを一番最初に確かめたくて。
焦ることはないぞ、夏日。
Yeah, it's this. You gotta keep that composure, Nazi. God damn. Listen to the witch.
探偵気取りお得意の言
Yes.
葉遊び。
Word games.
だからなんだというのか。この発言だけでどなたをどう追い詰められるというのか。
Oh, don't get too cocky there, Beatrice.
地獄の法廷とて陪審員の悪魔たちは全員そなたの無罪に投じるわ。だからうろたえず落ち着くのだ。
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is get flustered.
確かにそういう風に言われりゃ。だが俺にはただの揚げ足取りにしか聞こえねえぜ。
でも怪しいわ。夏日姉さんが何かを隠してるかもしれないと。
Is she hiding something? Totally, absolutely. We all know that.
全くの言いがかりです。
No, it's not unfair, honestly.
それに卑怯ですよ、エヴァさん。私が23時に確かにここにいたことは他ならぬあなたが
そうなんですか、エヴァさん。
何しろあの時は黄金が見つ今の今まで夏日姉さんに会ったの忘れていたわ。
エヴァさんが夏日さんが23時の目撃者であることを証明でき。
残念。夏日姉さんの言い分を一部は認めることができるわ。この部屋から出てきたということだ。
何が言いたいのですか。
私が言いたいのはいいえ、ずっと前から言いたかったの。
Oh shit.
こ
Oh
んな悲
shit.
惨な殺人事件の真っ最中に今がちょうどいいタイミングだから言わせてちょうだい。
Here we go.
分かってるわよね、夏日姉さん。
The servants gulped and held their breaths. It seemed that they hadn't been able to hide it, after all.